There is a glittering roster of Filipino artists who have gone to the Venice Biennale. The list includes Jose Joya, the very first Philippine artist to participate, as well as Mark Justiniani, the most recent. Fernando Zobel, who participated for the Spanish Pavilion in 1962, returned to the Biennale in 2017 with a special show organized by the Ayala Museum called Zobel Contrapuntos. Zobel is represented at the November auction with the hauntingly powerful Perales de Tejuna, named after a quaint town outside Madrid. Perales is one of Zobel's rare and elusive Serie Negra, or Black series. The majority of these works, painted over just 3 years, resides in museum collections. This masterpiece also comes with an impeccable provenance, having been a gift from the artist to his close friends, the Houston family. Flor de los Santos Houston was a descendant of the founders of the University of Manila. Her husband Charles was a professor there when they first made Zobel's acquaintance. Jose Joya would helm the first ever Philippine participation in the Venice Biennale in 1964. His command of the idioms of abstract art would serve him well when he crossed the oceans to Italy. Abstract art, after all, is not only figureless and faceless, it has no race or country. The many iterations of Joya are to be found in this auction, from a wonderful ceramic plate to various green vistas in mixed media to a gray and noir jewel. Mark Justiniani, fresh from this year's triumph at the Biennale, appears with a humorously searing painting titled Palabas. It is a cheerful bit of social commentary that Justiniani has become famous for. One artist in the second half of the 20th century would be sui generis, or one of a kind, Benedicto BenCab Cabrera. He would rediscover his Filipino identity while in London. His art has become the ultimate expression of being Filipino, and his Sabel both an indictment and embodiment of the Filipina. An outsized Sabel, her face mysteriously obscured, is an outstanding feature of this auction. In contrast to his Spanish-centric contemporary Zobel, Arturo Luz was thoroughly American in perspective, having spent almost a decade of study in the United States. Arturo Luz was often thought to embody the international style of Gropius, Le Corbusier, and Mies van der Rohe, whose rectilinear, hyperfunctional aesthetic influenced several generations. It was certainly to be found amidst the gleaming, spanking new vistas of post-war America and Manila. Luz's works were just as sleek, sophisticated, and fit right in. Alfonso Ossorio, the millionaire artist / refugee, is resplendent with one of his most famous assemblages, entitled Crossroads. Ossorio was always at the forefront of experimentation, and here he creates a three-dimensional progression of his paintings. He would often refer to these objects not as found, but rather as sought. This work also has an irreproachable provenance coming from the Ossorio family itself. The splendid array of masterpieces includes the work of Betsy Westendorp. The Spanish-born artist has traveled in the opposite direction, making Manila her home, despite the fact that she has painted Juan Carlos I as a young boy and become a favorite of the Madrid aristocracy. It is said that this grand dame of art has more paintings in Malacanang than any other artist.